Weighing in on the circus that is our current political landscape feels like participating in the largest comedy show ever staged. On one side, we have debates on abortion and the redefinition of democracy, as if these issues could overshadow the monumental challenges we face, like the imminent collapse of our economy. We've blasted past $35 trillion in national debt, not to mention the $217 trillion in unfunded liabilities. National liabilities per person now exceed assets by nearly $22,000. And yet here we are, hurtling towards a nuclear conflict, not to defend our own sovereignty, but that of Ukraine. We're told Russia poses a threat to Europe and that NATO parking weapons of mass destruction on Russia's borders is purely a deterrent for future conflict. Peaceful intentions, right? Why would the Russians possibly distrust our noble motives for pointing such weapons at them? Clearly, it's all for the greater good. After all, our political elite gave up their lucrative law practices to selflessly serve the public. Surely that speaks volumes about our integrity. Meanwhile, in the Middle East, we hypocritically back both sides preaching Israel's right to defend itself, just as long as no one gets hurt.
What we saw here at the White House yesterday was really something new. For the first time since this war began, we saw the U.S. president standing side by side with an Arab leader talking tough to Israel.
Those who say that under no circumstances should we enter Rafah are basically saying, lose the war, keep Hamas there.
Now let's tune back into the political comedy show unfolding in our living rooms. We narrowly avoided an assassination of a former president, thanks only to divine intervention, it seems. Our Secret Service, tasked with protecting him, seemed better equipped to help with the funeral arrangements. Then we have the current president, departing in a blaze of misguided glory, hailed as the savior of democracy.
My vision for America's future all merited a second term, but nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy.
Enter Act 2. His replacement, someone I wouldn't trust with watering a plant, not because of their spotless record of zero accomplishments, but because they are blissfully unaware of their own incompetence.
Those who are unable to see what can be, but there are many more who are able to see what can be unburdened by what has been.
I love Venn diagrams, so I just do. Whenever you're dealing with conflict, pull out a Venn diagram, right? And so, the three circles.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically, that's wrong.
It's an extraordinary testament to the importance of having a president who understands the power of diplomacy and understands the strength that rests in understanding the significance of diplomacy and strengthening alliances. It's an incredible day.
Yet here they are, vying for the highest office in the land, where mediocrity is celebrated. An actual achievement is as welcome as Donald Trump popping out of a birthday cake at Hillary Clinton's surprise birthday party. As millions of illegal immigrants flood the country and our nation's flag is replaced by that of Hamas at the Capitol, I have just one thing to say. You reap what you sow. Your warped interpretation of democracy and obsessive fixation on abortion rights, an issue that frankly distracts from real problems like our declining birth rate and the looming extinction of humanity, will serve as a glaring testament to how even a great nation can self-destruct. All this in your relentless pursuit to star in the greatest comedy show on earth.